So I want to talk about this movie that was created by this guy, Star Wars Theory. I really appreciate what he has done. This is a great person, I think, very positive person that creates a community, that creates something positive, that creates something that people are looking for. So, so I think these are all great things, except for I think the film itself, because I think that the movie doesn't bring anything new. So what I mean by that? That this movie is actually basically a film, Clone Wars film. George Lucas made these animations, and there is not a lot happening, you know. And for this amount of work that has been done on this film, you could have said a lot more, and you could have made it a lot more interesting. What happens in the movie? So these stormtroopers that are, first of all, faceless characters that nobody wants to see. There's no main character. There's just a bunch of faceless characters running around in some basement, right? So they're running around this basement, and then all of a sudden they come across these Jedi, and we don't even know who these Jedi are. There is very mediocre look to these Jedi. They don't look anything special. There's too many of them too. So there is no backstory. So why should the viewer care about this? You know, the viewer is not gonna care if you throw in so many characters all of a sudden. You know, it just gets overwhelming. This is why Star Wars was so successful. It starts small and then it gradually builds up. Here we start off with, okay, I haven't seen, I don't remember what the last episode from 8 years before that. Let's say I'm just starting to watch this. And then there is all these characters. They're starting to fight these stormtroopers for what? Why? We don't even know why they're fighting, because in this universe they always have to fight each other. And then all of a sudden Vader shows up. And he's just this so powerful, and we have to see how powerful he is. And the whole thing happens in this basement. It's like dark. You have to think about how you're going to, who is this for? You know, this is for just for hardcore Clone Wars fans, because Star Wars is much bigger than this. It's actually Clone Wars is the most boring part, I think, from Star Wars. Why? Because the Clone Wars, even the movie after that that came out, some animation or something, it was not very interesting. It was boring. These stormtroopers, they're fighting, you know, right? They're fighting these Jedi that who knows where they come from, and then the Vader shows up and he's very powerful, so he kills a couple of the Jedi, and then they continue fighting. The whole thing is a fight, basically. We don't want to see fighting all the time. You understand? We want to see some dialogue. We want to see a build up to, and then you're gonna make a fight, not just make a fight from the beginning. I mean, there has to be something, you know. This doesn't apply to half of the population. Does not apply. The women, are women going to watch this? No, because there is no anything beautiful. There is no romance. Star Wars had romance, had a lot more things. You know, it's just not just bunch of people fighting in some basement, you know, some other Jedi that don't even look interesting. And then there's also women Jedi, and you know they, of course, they're much stronger than the. This is another thing, you know, the women are beating up these men. I mean, how? Like 100-pound woman is this believable? Is beating up a bunch of 200 pounds or whatever stormtrooper. It's even difficult to throw in so many in 3D, because in 3D is so much. I can imagine how much work was made for this. I mean, why do you have to have so many characters? Make just one or two characters maximum to fight Darth Vader. But we want to see how powerful Darth Vader is, and he's so powerful and stuff. And of course, he doesn't care about his stormtroopers. And after that, the big review, you know, After that, the end of the movie happens, and Mace Windu shows up, right? This guy that I don't think he was, I think he was forcefully put in Star Wars because of diversity quotas. Basically, I don't think George Lucas ever intended for this to happen. So, okay, Mace Windu shows up, and he's this powerful being, and then he's so badass with his, he has this. I don't know how did they even make this on 3D. It was probably a lot of work. He had like these lines on his face. He's so cool, and everybody's so cool, and everything is so intense because he's fighting all the time, and there is no break. You need to have a break. You need to have certain pacing when you're making a movie. And the music is just basically the same music. Why can't you make, instead of paying a whole orchestra, he could have made like another original theme. You see, he could have made like some really cool theme. It doesn't have to be the same theme to listen to this uh, Star Wars themes forever. You see, I don't want to listen to that again and again and again. I want to listen something new. Even when you look at the game, this game, right? The Fallen Order game. It has original music that is still Star Wars, right? And it's so good. It doesn't have the themes from the originals. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it has one or two themes. So you have this amazing music there. Why couldn't somebody have made? I mean, there's so many fans of Star Wars that are musicians and could have made amazing music. And then after, anyway, after Mace Windu shows up and the whole thing finishes very triumphant, and they're fighting against, I don't even remember what happened at that point, but it's just, I don't think the movie is so good. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything against this guy. He's a great person again, and I'm sure he has ideas. Why can't you put your ideas into Star Wars and put them like Star Wars, and then you have your ideas and blend them together? Why can't you do that? Hmm? So, but this is just another Clone Wars. Clone Wars is the most boring part of Star Wars. I know a lot of people are going to say, "How dare you talk about this, you pathetic loser," or whatever. I'm actually making Star Wars, kind of like Star Wars movie myself. And there's another thing that can you please tell us what program did you make this movie in? Show us some project files. This would have been really cool for people to learn something. I want to learn something. To show me how much they enjoy making this film. And of course, it's not for everyone. I'm an older audience, or if I was a teenager, maybe I would have liked it too, I guess. So that's all I have to say. Thank you.